You know, most people will probably never understand what us truck drivers go through on a day-to-day basis. Most people will never really understand the mechanics and the geometry that come into play behind this wheel here. There's a lot that we have to take into account whenever we're out here. It's more than just holding this steering wheel. You kind of have to be a jack of all trades when it comes to your mind out here. There's so many things that go on, and your mind can get lazy sometimes, and that's when you slip. It can be rough out here. I've had dispatchers push me to my limits. I've been pushed to my limits by people out here on the road that have no respect for us. And a long time ago I learned to just let that go. But it was a while before I developed that attitude. First few years in, nah. It's a hard thing to develop. That being said, you never can really prepare for everything, though. All you can do is try to prepare yourself as best you can. Always leave yourself an out. That's the number one rule. Don't trap yourself. Always leave yourself an out, because we have no control over anything but ourselves out here, and we barely even have control over that sometimes. All I have really is hope out here that I'll be able to avoid these situations when they arise, because there's some guys out here who run into those unavoidable situations, and sometimes they never really come out of it. They can't even get behind the wheel anymore, and that's sad when that kind of stuff happens. But it happens out here. But I have no control over that car right there that just stopped right in the middle of the interstate. But I did have a left lane to go to. But that car, I don't know, they might be from out of town. They might be older, just incompetent. They don't know the roads out here. That road that semi-truck was going on to, it just keeps going straight. You don't even have to merge. Obviously that car thought that semi-truck had to merge into their lane. So I can't be responsible for people's lack of judgment out here, and you just don't stop like that in front of a semi-truck. That's just flat out stupid, but it happens. That's why I said you gotta have an out. And if you feel like, if you're pressured so much to where you might be slipping and you might feel irritable and things just aren't going your way, just take a breather, pull off on the side of the road, catch your breath, have a talk with your dispatcher. And I'm talking a serious talk, and I mean a heart to heart. And if they can't get on board with your complaint, if you want to even call it that, then it's time to move on. So don't think that whatever company you're with that you're stuck there, because that couldn't be farther from the truth. That's the mindset that these companies want you to be in. They want you to feel trapped, and don't let yourself get stuck in that mindset. If things aren't going your way somewhere, and you're slipping, you're making mistakes, you're being pushed, and to your limits and beyond them, to where you can't even function, and they won't work with you on that stuff, then it's time to leave that company. And there's no shame in that. And if other people have a problem with it, then that's tough. You gotta do what's best for you at the end of the day, not other people. So just be patient out here, guys, and don't get mad at other people. Other people are going to make mistakes out here, and we can't control that. All we can do is try to make the situation for ourselves as best as we can. Leave yourselves an out, guys. Don't get trapped to where if you come up on a situation like I was just involved in there, to where you can't even avoid it. And yeah, I know I got 1 million cameras. I got 1 million cameras on this truck. I got 8, actually. It's not 1 million, but there's a reason for that. Several years back, I witnessed a pretty bad wreck, and I was almost involved in it, and it really scared me because I didn't have any cameras or anything. There was no way to prove what happened. And from that day on, I decided I'm gonna have something to protect myself. So if you guys out there, you know, independent or owner operators or whatever, you know, get you some cameras. Get you the ones I got. Oh geez, what's the name of them? Falcon, I think. Yeah, it's Falcon out of Austin, Texas. But at least get you one, you know, facing the front. They're cheap, and it's good insurance to have. Because, you know, we're portrayed as the villains out here, guys. Even though this situation right here obviously was 100% not my fault, I probably would have been sued up the wazoo on that, to the point of where I would have had to file bankruptcy or something. Because that's just the world we live in, guys, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Complaining about it doesn't really get us anywhere. We just have to try to prepare ourselves for these kind of situations, and make ourselves, you know, to where we're set up to where the best we can be for these kinds of situations, because they're going to come up. Anyway, enough footage of that. That scared the crap out of me, I ain't gonna lie. And I rarely get startled out here. Every now and then, maybe, but you know, been doing this so long, you kind of get on, you kind of just develop a routine, and everything just kind of, you know, it gets monotonous, and, you know, sometimes it can feel boring, but you always got to be on your feet out here. That's for sure. I guess that's it. I don't know. Leave yourselves an out, guys. Don't get too mad at other drivers, and back off. Just if somebody's in front of you and maybe you know, they cut in front of you and then they slow down a little, just back off. Try to get away from that car, because they might be trying to start trouble. And there's no winner or loser in these situations, so being an antagonist like that, trying to make the situation worse than it is, that really doesn't get you anywhere. So I don't know, I probably sound preachy to some people, and most of my videos are DIY anyway. But, you know, you learn some things along the way, and that's just the way life goes. And I like to pass along this knowledge to people. And hopefully that, you know, if just one person got something out of this, that'd make my day, because it's a crazy world we live in nowadays, you know. Alright, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Be safe out there.